This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to high school softball right here on Hometown 24. Tonight, we have traveled to Letcher County Central, the home of the Cougars, as it will be the Cougars taking on Knott County Central, both in the 53rd District, and usually a good matchup when these two go at each other. Cougars is playing mighty well right now as Knott Central's trying to get something going and get in good rhythm, and got some players playing some different positions right now, does the Patriots. So takes work to get that where it needs to be, and I'm sure they will continue to work on that. And Manus Blair's with you, and I'm Dave Adams, along with all the hometown crew. We're glad we're here with you on this beautiful, beautiful afternoon here at Letcher County Central. It's a little cool weather. Light wind in the area right now. There'll be gusts go up to 5 or 10 mile an hour, but a great softball weather right here. And Manus, looking forward to this ball game, and it should be a dandy as the Patriots and Cougars, but now Cougars has been playing mighty well here, Manus. They've got some experience and strength on this team.
Well, you know, we talked to Coach Perkins prior to the game out there and at his dugout and everything, and you know they won 3 games this past weekend right here, and you know they're just doing things that he wants them to do, and you know a man that has coached as long as he has, 14 years here.
Yeah.
You know, of course, that COVID year, but I'm not going to count that. You count that, that's 15 years at Letcher Central. And, of course, he helped a little bit with Bumper Adams.
Oh, yeah.
Prior to that. And he understands the game real well. Won 273 games.
He knows it a little bit, my friend.
And, of course, he's won the regional championship.
Oh, yeah.
The past 2 years. So
doing a great job here at Letcher Central.
And then, of course, Coach Hammond comes in, and, you know, in his second year. And, of course, they're just struggling a little bit to get a few of the wins. Watched them a little bit over in Pikeville and had a lead against Pikeville. And Pikeville was able to come from behind and defeat them over there in the last game they played. So got a mixture of young and old. And Letcher Central got a mixture of young and old as well.
Right. But anyway, we're here tonight, Manus, and tomorrow night you'll be right back here for a big volleyball game between these two schools.
And I look forward to seeing Coach Shay Cornett and what she's bringing to the table as a boys volleyball coach. And I'll be interested to see what she says. And, of course, we've got her and we've got Betty Von Caudle and all these former girls volleyball coaches that are trying to impart a great deal of knowledge to the boys volleyball. So interested to see that game tomorrow night.
Wednesday night we'll be in Hazard for the Bulldogs and Patriots, and I and Coach Whitman will be down there for that one. That will be coming up Wednesday night. And Manus, who will be joining you tomorrow night, you told me?
Mark Young.
Mark Young
saw him in the parking lot, and he said, "Yep, I'll help you." So I told him that I thought there would be a lot of people that didn't want to hear me, my voice only. So
well, that's me too. Spring ball's pretty tough on me with the allergies and everything. I have to be honest with you, man.
And you know, playing up here, up in this hollow. Sometimes that wind can be really tough. And, you know, when it's low 60s with wind coming from the north.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit chilly on the hand, especially when you hit it on the end of the bat or down on the handle. You get those yellow jackets. So,
you know, man, just looking at the softball season and, you know, right off the bat, when you talk Letcher Central, you're going to have some standout players.
And you know what? It's hard to just pick out a few, but you know, Scarlett Stamper, the senior, their predominant pitcher, that's got a lot of experience. You know, has pitched probably longer, and she's. I mean, 600 strikeouts she passed in her career. this past weekend.
Bentley's hitting the ball well.
And then you've got the
Cougars.
2 Bentleys. You've got Kelsey Bentley, who's batting .500 with 5 home runs. You've got Kaylee Bentley, who's batting .391. You've got Katie Combs, who played on the volleyball team of Coach Van Hoos, is the catcher. And Addison Collier batting .345. Katie Combs .333. And I'm just going right down the lineup. I guess it should have went down. But Sarah Richardson plays shortstop, .255. Anna Hatton, who I was telling you, and just talked to her mom down the concession stand. That's Dickie Adams' granddaughter, and she's batting .250. Leah Nicely batting .238. Amara Cook, .196. And Hilla Ambergy, .195. For Letcher Central. Knott County Central, of course, tonight's pitcher will be Nevia Yuri, the junior.
Kind of looking forward to seeing Bailey on the mound.
Yeah, I thought,
very good pitcher for Knott County.
And when you're talking about Samara Bailey, the senior, those are their 2 main pitchers. Letcher Central's 2 main pitchers, Scarlett Stamper and Kelsey Bentley. And I think they're getting ready to, David, to announce the starting lineups. In this series, by the way, Letcher Central has won the last 9 times that these two have faced. So that kind of like the Hazard Prairie Central game when I said that Prairie Central had won 32 in a row. It just, in and out and back and forth. You don't understand in a rivalry game how that one team can get out to so many wins in a row. But, of course,
teams are different too, especially, if you graduate 4 or 5 seniors and then you've got to bring some freshmen up, and move, everybody moves up. And, it's a little different when you're not been in that spot, and it takes some batting, takes some practice to get it down and get it going.
Well, and typically in the early part of the year you have rainouts and you have different things, but this year that's not been a common thing. Most teams have gotten their games in, and as I say that, the wind has really started whipping up.
We're going to have some gusts, maybe 10, could be even 15 mile an hour.
And if any balls hit the right field, it's going to catch that wind, and hopefully it doesn't hit our TVS cable Tahoe out there.
I think Stephen put something over that. I don't know what he was waving on it, but he waved something on it, so the ball probably going over, I would think. But anyway, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the lineups, and we'll get you going here on this Monday evening, high school softball, right here on Hometown 24. Stay with us. Manus Blair and David Adams with you, coming at you from Letcher County Central.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Spring has sprung in the mountains, and that means it's the perfect time to upgrade your device and your savings with Appalachian Wireless. Right now, you can get the new iPhone 17e, the iPhone 17, or the Samsung A17 on us when you choose a qualifying plan, or take advantage of up to $800 in device savings on select devices. And here's the best part for our new customers. Port your numbers to Appalachian Wireless and get up to 6 months of free service. So don't wait. Spring into savings today, or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com, because we are your neighbors, and this is your network. We are Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
For over a century, Bank of Hindman has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hyman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hyman, where tradition and trust still matter.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Welcome back as we get ready to top of the first. We'll be coming up here shortly as it's Knott County and Letcher County Central on their Monday night high school softball game right here on Hometown 24. And Manus, let's talk a little bit about personnel. We'll start with the Cougars, the home team.
Well, we'll talk about the starting lineups, and of course, it'll be pitching for Letcher Central will be Scarlett Stamper, once again number 1, the senior, 9-3 on the season with a 0.97 ERA, and she'll lead off. And batting .375, number 11 Addison Colliers, the junior, she's going to be playing third, batting .345. Number 3 Kaylee Bentley, the junior, will be playing left field, batting .391. Number 2, Kelsey Bentley, the junior, will be the designated hitter, batting .500. Number 4, Katie Combs, the senior, will be the catcher, batting .3. Sarah Richardson is a junior, batting .255 and playing shortstop. Number 14, the senior, Anna Hatton, and Anna is playing second, batting .250. 19 is Leah Nicely, batting .238, and she'll play right field. Number 15, Amara Cook, it will be in center field, batting .196. And that Letcher Central is 12-6 on the season, 5-0 in the region. Knott County Central will be number 19. Nevaeh Yuri will be the starting pitcher. She is a junior, and I was trying to get to the stats here on her. I'll get to it here in a second. For batting first will be number 1, Kaylee Lafferty, the senior, batting .297, and she will be the shortstop. Number 36, Shelby Blair, a sophomore, will be playing right, batting .409. Batting third will be number 4, Danny McElawrence, the 8th grader, and playing center, batting .341. Number 34, Bailey Sloan, sophomore, designated hitter, will bat .314. Batting fifth will be number 44, Callie Sandlin, and the senior, left field, batting .278. Number 7, Bella Hammond, the sophomore, will play first and batting .333. Batting 7th will be number 32, Bree Centers. She's an 8th grader, batting .258. And she is going to be the catcher. Number 12, Abby Gentry, sophomore, .226. She will play third. And number 21, Addison Conley, the senior, will be at second base. And David, that is the starting lineups with the averages, and I'll go through them. And Knott County Central, 3-14 on the season, 1-5 in the region.
Well, but Knott County getting ready to get us going here, as it be Lafferty will come up to the plate to get us going, minus to the top of the first. And welcome aboard, everyone. High school softball right here on Hometown 24. And we're ready to go with tonight's game. And Stamper will get ready, minus, and she's ready to get it going.
And that pitch is outside. Nope, it's delayed. As Jake Johnson will be the home plate umpire, and that'll be strike one. Stamper, the left-hander, a lot of varsity experience. I don't know exactly how many games she's pitched, but she's pitched a lot. And there's strike two as she took something off of it.
Very experienced pitcher. Plays on the Cougar basketball team as well. Athlete, always plays hard, Manus.
And if her Uncle Jim was here, he's on the Lake Chickamauga somewhere down that way. That's going to be ball 1 and 2.
Looks like Mark Young is tuned in for a good game this evening, Manus Blair.
Yeah, Mark, big softball guy, and that was the pitch, and that's going to be her first strikeout on the swing. Strike one, and, David, what you're trying to do as a pitcher, you're trying to change that high up and down.
Right.
Coach Perkins talked to us about that before the game.
In and out, and Stamper did a nice job there of changing the speed and getting it up around the letters.
And Blair tried to go after it, and that's going to be a strike. Went after it, and the path, all you have to do is go in the path of it. And that sun, David, in right field, if a line shot is hitting right field, it's going to be tough.
Yes, it is.
That's going to be strike number 2. So 0-2, 1 down so far in the top of the first.
Weather's not really a surprise. They were given the cooler temperatures early last week coming in for the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of this week.
And that's going to be fouled back, and staying alive is Blair.
Right beside of us, Wolf County and Letcher County Central going at it in high school baseball. Should be a great game, those two programs.
Yeah, Wolf County probably right now the legitimate favorite to win it after winning it last year. Coach Benny Campbell.
And if you're looking at softball so far this season, it could be Cougars and Commodores in a big battle, Manus.
Yeah, they played early in the year, and the Cougars were able to come out on top. But as Coach Perkins says, you play each game, and you're just keeping on moving on, doing the best you can. And that's going to be a called strike 3, and it's going to be 2 strikeouts for Stamper. And up to the plate will be Danny McAlarnitz, the 8th grader, batting .341, as I mentioned.
Great athlete, that young lady, Manus. Plays on the basketball team for the Patriots, and good softball, just a good athlete all the way around.
Can do a little bit of everything.
Yes, she can.
Strike 1 called, and McAlarnitz comes from a heavy baseball, softball background. I played against Danny McAlarnitz a long time ago, and, man, could he hit a softball. He could hit a softball. And she was going to go after it, and that's going to be a strike call, and that'll be 0-2 with 2 down here in the top of the first. And that wind now has changed and going straight out through center field, David.
Yes, it is.
The wind and the pitch, and that's going to be a struck out, and that's going to be 3, and that will end the first inning.
Bottom of the first coming up. When we come back, it's Cougars and Patriots on Monday night.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads. but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
And then
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Bottom of the first, getting ready to get started here at the Cougar softball field. And minus one thing about softball, much different than baseball. It kind of moves
a little quicker.
It is.
It's kind of like calling girls and boys volleyball because it just, if you turn your head, you will miss something probably. As we come back, Knott County Central's pitcher, junior Nevaeh. I am sorry, I did not get that right the first time. Nevaeh Yuri is 0-4 with 2 saves and a 6.42 average. Didn't have, she pitched this weekend. I did not get the stats from anybody on that.
Looks like a young player.
She is a junior. And Scarlett Stamper will step in, and she's batting .375 on the season. Yuri with a pitch, and it's going to be outside, ball one.
I would imagine Knott would want to keep this ball on the corner and down low as they can. Stamper's got good power and can go to right.
Yeah, she's up in the box right on the plate, and that's going to be and that's going to be ball two. Up here in the Cougars' nest, you've got a pretty good eye on the strike zone here. We're just a little bit to the right of the plate, and that one's going to be down, and that's going to be 3-0. Knott Central playing up at third, and now they're going to play up at first as well as Hammond, and will move up, and she's in that sun, and that's going to be a changeup, and that's inside, and that will be ball four.
Well, it's tough when you give up a walk to open up and you get a base runner, and, you got to play from behind a little bit now, man. And one hit can put you in scoring spots, you know what I mean? And so...
Yeah, you never want to start the end of the off with a walk, and that's going to be down, and that's going to be ball one on Addison Collier, batting .345 on the season. One thing about girls softball, they have the double bag, and I think that's good, and that's a base hit up the middle, and Stamper will stop on the second as McElharnis gets it in quickly, so base hit up the middle, and runners on first and second now.
Looked like it left the bat very strong. And
well, one of the things, David, that you'll learn as you play baseball and softball is to gauge everything back up the middle, and that's what Collier did with taking the pitch over the heart of the plate and taking it right back up through the box. Kaylee Bentley, the junior, is up now, batting .391.
Cougars runners at first and second with no outs.
And she fouls it off the end, and Gentry playing up, and she better be she better be mindful of that, and
got to be on guard. That, don't you mind?
There's a reason they call third base the hot corner.
Yes, absolutely.
So Yuri gets ahead, and here comes the next pitch, and that's going to be strike number 2. So 0-2 now with nobody down, runners at first and second.
here's a pitch. You may want to go up near the letters, or you may want to go outside a little bit.
Do a little fishing.
Yeah.
Here, and that's going to be right down the line. That's going to be a hit, and that's going to be 2. Stamper is going to score. Collier looking, and Coach Perkins is sending her, and she will stand up, and it will be 2-0 as Bentley with the no-out doubles, and it will be 2 RBIs.
Thought the pitch was too close to the middle of the plate, man. So I expected one up maybe near the letter or down,
Yeah, David,
outside.
it caught too much of the plate.
Yeah, it did.
And Kelsey Bentley will bat now, batting .500. That was our spotlight player, and she has hit one, and it's down the line. It will be fair, and it is caught for the first out. Sandlin makes the catch, and that'll be the first out. Bentley hangs on second and just missed that one, David.
Yeah, just a little bit under it.
Katie Combs will come up to bat, batting .333, and Bentley at second with 1 down.
Number 4, Katie Combs. Katie hit .333 on the year. She has 20 hits.
Erie ready to pitch in the wind, and it's going to be strike number 1.
On the inside corner for strike 1. So, Katie Bentley on second.
One runner at second, Manus, and 1 out.
Playing deep, not Kenny Central playing deep in center and in right. The ball's getting away from, and Bentley will go on after the ball got away from center. So now she'll be at third, and any ground ball to shortstop or second or fly ball out in the outfield is going to score. She's going to try to do that, and Combs hits, and it's a fair ball, and Bentley will score. Combs is going to second, and she'll stand up at second with the double.
Right out, that hit right on that base, Manus, and that was tough to play. But I thought she had an opportunity at it, but it got away from her.
So now that will bring Sarah Richardson, the junior, up batting .255, and 3 runs in for the Cougars right now. And she fakes the bunt. It's going to be a strike, and Combs with the stolen base.
I thought the catcher would go for that because nobody else on base. They had the backup over there, man. The shortstop come on, backed it up. I expect him to gun down there and make an attempt at the runner on that.
Erie with the wind, and she's out in front with Richardson. That'll make it 0-2 now. Richardson trying to keep the ball in play. Not Central needing that second out right here. Last time you got too much of the plate, so I would look forward not to do that. And there comes a changeup, and it's going to be up.
I kind of like that pitch. It was, it was seeing if she wanted to go for it, aggressive.
And, usually with that changeup, it looks like a big watermelon coming at you, and that's going to be a strike, and that's swinging, and that will be 2 down and a big out for Erie and the Lady Patriots. Anna Hatton will step in, batting .250 with 2 outs. Combs on third. And looks like Erie's got her rhythm going now on that strike.
Might have been Hatton's pitch right there. May could have laid that one down between the first and second baseman. It was outside, and she's had position for that. There's another one that probably center field location.
Right, and now Erie got her in the hole at 0-2 here, and now Hatton's got to protect the plate. And there comes the pitch, and it's grounded to Gentry off her glove, and Hatton's going to get to first, and that run is going to be the 4th run for the Lady Cougars here in the bottom of the first.
Hatton, after she hit the ball, she made a real good effort to get to first base. She was really working hard to get there.
And that will be an E5, and Hatton's going to take off as the ball is hit to Gentry, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning on the 5-3.
Cougars come up with 4 runs. 4-0 their score. Stay with us. High school softball right here on Monday night on Hometown 24.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back. As Bumper Adams is Manus is on his and the big Coke now, and Ryan Farmer's over in Hyden. He's probably got two of them, Manus.
Well, he may went to Hardee's over at Hyden and got him some Hardee's.
Hey, next time we're over in Leslie County, we may have to get some Hardee's and join in with Ryan Farmer. What do you think?
That sounds like a winner.
Anyway, it's 4-0 Cougars, top of the second, getting ready to start back here at Cougar Field. And it looks like we're ready to go as Stamper will get ready to bring the softball. I'll get it right in a minute.
We've called too many sports.
Well, I was wanting to get them all in before I got to the softball.
Bailey Sloan steps in, 3-14, and of course that was a ball, and that is going to be down.
You know, that pitch is
2 balls.
Not a bad pitch, man. It's right there. I like that low, outside corner, knee high in softball.
Yep, and right now, if you take that ball to the opposite field, I don't know if anybody can see it. Now, she tried to down on the handle, and that's going to be fouled off. 2-1.
Well,
I'm not like you, David. My voice, allergies and
it's tough this time of the year. It's no question. And
everything.
Football in August gets started, and it's tough then. It's the base runners, and they need them. Yeah, the outfield scooted in some, especially the right fielder.
And that's going to be a swinging strike number 2 as Stamper comes back. And, that's nicely out there. She's moved in right in that 4-3 gap there. And she's got sunglasses on, I believe, out there. And there's the payoff pitch, and that's going to be ball 4, and that will lead Sloan down to first base, brings up Callie Sandlin, batting .278 on the season.
Yeah, Sloan did a nice job at bat there, very disciplined, because that pitch was right there to the lead, a little above the letters and high, and most of the time you go for those.
And that's going to be ball 1.
James Catherine looking in over in ball, and we'll try to get to everybody here. We get a chance.
That's going to be a call.
With
swing 1 and 2.
He would have set us up with burgers, dogs, anything.
So.
Oh, Lord, yeah. I had them delivered. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get Blake Mason when we see him there. He might be down at the baseball game, and that's going to be a swinging strike. And that's going to be the first out of the inning. And that will bring up Bella Hammond batting .333 with 1 out, runner on first, and that is Bailey Sloan.
I'm expecting that Wolf and Letcher baseball game right here beside us to be a pretty good game.
Hammond swings through the first pitch.
Sloan at first base for Knott County.
So that's going to be on the corner. No, it's a little bit off, and that's going to be 1-1.
We've got the hard worker Brady Sloan on Hometown 24 with us tonight.
He's multi-talented.
Yes, he is. Stephen always keeping everybody in line with the controls. You know him.
Strike, and that's 1-2 now. And Hammond's got to cut down her swing, trying to make contact here, trying to advance Sloan at first base.
Do you scoot back in the box a little bit and choke up a little more?
And she's going to swing through it, and that's going to be the second strikeout in the inning, and 5 of the 6 batters.
Stamper
has struck them out.
She's done a great job changing speeds on them, especially on the last pitch. Man, she's been doing that. That one was fastball, but the other two before that, she really took something off.
So with 2 down, Bree Centers will come in. 258, she'll swing through that up pitch. And you know that rise ball, as you you think it's right on the belt, and when you get ready to swing it, it's not at the belt. It's above your hands and up above the numbers. I think she held up on that one, and she did, and that's going to be 1-1. They're asking for it. Nope. Second base umpire looking into that sun. They're going to have to holler out there.
He's got his shades.
He adjusted his sunglasses.
He's got his shades.
Yeah. Hey, you need him out there?
Oh, that's right down the pipe.
And that's going to be strike number 2 called. 1 and 2, 2 down. So here we are in the top of the second. Patriots trying to get something going here against Stamper. And that's going to be another striking out the side. That'll be 3 down.
Yep. 4-0 Cougars, bottom of the second. Coming up when we come back to Letcher County Central.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. Spring has arrived in the mountains, and it's time to do a little spring cleaning, starting with your phone. At Appalachian Wireless, you can get up to $800 off select smartphones with qualifying plans, or take part in our new discount savings program. And for those who realize you need a carrier that actually cares about you, bring your number and enjoy up to 6 months of free service. So hop on in and visit us in one of our many retail locations today, or visit us on the web at AppalachianWireless.com, because we are your neighbors, and this is your network. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back. Ryan Former in Leslie County, Bumper Adams on 7, Dexter Camel on Route 7, Jeff Honeycutt, Coach Honeycutt's one, Karen Cottle. Come to Jenkins, and we will get you Hardee's. Karen, you better back away from that, because have you seen Manus Blair eat? You make hold there. So, but anyway, and Larry Napier also is tuning in. And who's the Creech gal here?
Oh, it's Benita. That's Bull's wife. Yeah, thank you, Benita, for tuning in. She's listening to Bull and watching us.
Well,
she's turned the sound down now, Benita. That's okay. We fully understand. I hope you're doing well.
Absolutely. Glad to have you along.
So, Central and no, chilly.
Things have changed from the 1 o'clock forecast, so if you got those plants outside, you might want to move those in tonight or cover them one. So I had to move mine in before I came. I had orders from the boss.
Mara Cook will come up at 196, and her grandfather Dunn. I played a lot of softball against Mr. Dunn Hogg. And that's going to be in there, and that's going to be a called strike.
It took something off that one from her normal. She has been starting out with a fastball.
And, with the last 3 or 4 batters, Yuri started. It's ahead. She's got to do like she did right there. She changed it up a little bit. So that's 0-2 now.
Four nothing their score. Bottom of the second.
And that's right back up through. Lafferty was unable to get to, and that's going to be a base hit for Cook. So that once again with that 0-2 count, got too much of the plate a little bit there.
Yeah, you want
nice job of hitting by Cook.
You go 0-2, you probably want to put a pitch out of the hitting area to, there's the runner going and there's the throw.
And Cook's in safely with a stolen base as Stamper went with a swing. And Stamper the first time in the first inning had a walk. And she pulls it, and it's going to be foul. And that will be 0-2 now.
Stamper a little bit different in the batting box more than other players I've seen. She's way up high, right at the line, and really
trying to get to that rise ball, and that's in the dirt. And Cook's going to get in there, and now in scoring position for Stamper. If she just tops it anywhere to the shortstop in the second, Cook's going to be able to get in. They're playing right up on the corners. And that's going to be away, and that'll be 1-2. Once again, that wind goes between howling and completely calm.
Yes, it does.
Springtime of the year. And there's the pitch, and she's going to take it to the opposite field for the line shot single, and she'll get the RBI. So it'll make it 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. And we'll step Addison Collier, who had the base hit, back up through the middle the first inning. That's going to be down. Stamper will go after the ball gets away from centers. So she'll be in scoring position now for Addison Collier.
Okay, information on Estill softball team, Manny.
Girls softball, that's going to be a hard ground ball that gets away, and that'll be first and third.
Conley with a stop there. She got right in front of it, Manus, put her body there and had everything ready, and it kind of rolled on her a little bit as it hit her glove and shot up.
Yep, that ball had top spin on it.
Yep.
And was unable to get a hold of it. Now, if runners at first and third for Bentley, who doubled down the left field line, and she tries to do it again, and it's a foul ball. That's where you're taught to always get in a lead. You're in fair territory just in case the ball hits you.
Absolutely.
It's just a dead ball, but if you are in fair territory, you are out.
If you're off the base, right?
If you're off the base and you're in fair territory, you would be called out.
I thought Coach was going to, lean over and make the play there. He started.
He charged it. My college coach, Bill Melton, would holler when we did that and say, charge it. First and third, and nobody out here in critical time for the Lady Patriots, trying to get outs here.
Runners at the corner.
And there's a hit, but it's going to be deep to the outside. Can McElornis get to it? Nope, it hits the bottom side of the fence. McElornis with a strong arm comes into third and hits the underside of the fence. I thought for a second it was going out, David.
I thought it had a shot at it. It really did. It kind of took off right in the middle of the field and made the jump again. And I'm like you. I thought it was going to go.
And that is a long single for Kaylee Bentley, and that'll be an RBI for her as well. And Kelsey Bentley will step in. Flew out to left field last time. As the run will go across. And, of course, now 6-0. Comes the pitch, and it's going to be hit to Gentry, and she'll step on third for the force out. And so that will be the first out of the inning. Bentley will advance to second, and Kelsey Bentley on the fielder's choice will go to first. That will bring up Katie Combs, who had the single for the RBI in the first inning.
Pitch is up high, and ball one.
Trying to get some outs here. Get one down. And it's going to be hit to the shortstop. She'll go to third, steps on the bag, and that'll be another force out, 6-5. And that will get Bentley out, and that will advance Kelsey Bentley to second, and Katie Combs will be at first on the fielder's choice. So a nice job by the Lady Pats getting outs here, and then they need to try to get this third out. Sarah Richardson, who struck out, and she'll hit it down the left field line.
Well, another shot to Coach, and he decided not to tackle that one either, Manus.
Well, you'll have to talk to him about that.
I'm going to have
he's a much bigger man than I am.
Well, he is me too, but I'm going to be polite when I talk to him.
With a loudspeaker, and that's going to be up, and that'll be a ball. 1-1 on Sarah Richardson.
Trying to get her to chase that fastball up high for the pop-up.
Sarah has 2 home runs this year, and that's going to be hit to straightaway center field, and McLaurinets will make the third out of the inning.
6-0 Cougars. Patriots top of the third coming to bat. Stay with us. Hometown 24.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
Welcome back. Top of the third, getting ready to start here at Cougar Field. Looks like Carolyn Blair is watching, and Harold Kraft is also watching. And got a good crowd, Manus. We'll get to more of them here in a moment, but Cougars are getting the base hits right now. Knott County just not getting on base right now. They're popping up, striking out, or hitting directly
to the field. Got to put the ball in play.
Yeah, got to get it going, you know.
Stamper with 6 strikeouts of the 7 batters she's faced.
And that's made it tough on the blue, navy blue. That's Knott County, and the solid white is the Cougars, and Stamper throws another strike, Manus.
Abby Gentry, 226 on the season. Got to find a way to get some base runners and put some pressure on the Lady Cougars, and I think Gentry held up on that one, and that's going to be 1-1. And they did say that Gentry did go around after the appeal. So that's 0-2.
0-2. Yep.
Couldn't really tell from
I couldn't tell either.
So here comes the pitch, and it's on the corner, and that's going to be a called strike 3.
Maybe a little too close to take there, and you got to be aggressive. And, I mean, if it's the third strike anyway, man, you don't go, you're out, so
you
at least work for it.
As the old saying goes, if it's close, you got to protect the plate.
Yep, absolutely. Stamper is really in a groove right now, throwing the fastball strike right over the middle.
And Yuri, 222 on the season, takes the first strike. Stamper electing to go, and that's going to be bunted straight back. I had my glove ready on that one.
We'd had a shot at that.
Yeah. Maybe 40 years ago I'd have caught that. Back when I played softball against Bull Creek.
I bet that bull could hit the softball, couldn't he?
I don't know. I never did see it after he hit it.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to be strike 3 called.
Yeah, she's really Stamper's in a groove right now. She's just throwing the fastball right down the pipe, saying hit it if you can, you know.
So her 8th strikeout, and that will bring up Lafferty, who struck out in the first inning to lead the game off. Here comes the first pitch, and it's bunted up in the air, and Katie Combs will catch it, and that will end the inning.
Bottom of the third. Coming up when we come back, Cougars with the lead. Stay with us. Hometown 24.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third coming up for the Cougars. Hatton, I believe, will be the batter. Manus, is that who's up?
Anna Hatton will lead off, and then it'll be Leah Nicely will be on deck. So that will be 7, 8, 9 for the Lady Cougars. Yuri trying to keep Lady Cougars from scoring any more runs right here. I wouldn't exactly call this weather frigid, but we're in the press box.
Yeah.
And we're not out there playing, or we're not in the bleachers watching the game.
It's definitely not warm weather, but like you said, it's.
But, after that 70 and 80 degree weather, it's really hard to get back to this. And Hatton tried to go for the high pitch, and she was unable to keep it in fair territory. That'll be strike number 1. Looking, Hammond's coming way up now at first base. And here comes the bunt, and she'll lay it down to Hammond, and Hammond will turn and throw her out to Conley. And that will be 3-4, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
I thought she did a good job with the laydown, didn't you? I mean, it was what you want.
But Hammond did a good job.
Hammond did a great job with the throw and, picked the ball up with her hand.
Yeah, and that speeds up the process instead of going with your glove.
Yep.
And that'll be ball 1 on Nicely, who hit to Gentry with a 5-3 out in the first inning. And that's a shot into the left center gap, and that will fall, and Nicely has a base hit. And
that's a good hit in the gap, more or less there. Between center and left, and did a nice job.
Mira Cook now, who had the base hit back up the middle in the second inning to lead off the second, and she hits it off the end of the bat, strike 1 out in front. So Nicely looking to advance right here. Here he eyes the catcher, and here comes the pitch, and that's going to be strike number 2.
Lisa Sexton is watching, and Lisa, we're glad you're tuning in on Hometown 24. Glad to have you along.
0-2 now, 1 out, and Nicely on first trying to advance, and that's going to be inside, and that will be ball number 1, 1-2. bottom of the third. And that's a shot in the left center gap as well. And nicely looking at Coach Perkins and thought about it for a second, and we'll go back as McLaurin was able to run it down and get the ball in quickly. So runners now at first and second.
McLaurin's getting the ball, like you mentioned, man. She's getting to it quick and maybe slowing down, taking a base away maybe here and there. If you get to that slow, Cougars will take advantage of those bases.
And McLaurin's with a nice arm, and that ball is outside on Stamper. Stamper has reached base both times. First time on a walk. Second time she hit the ball to the left center gap. And there's a strike, and that'll be 1-1. Stamper once again getting up there, challenging Year to try to throw that thing inside, and let's see if she'll turn on it if it goes. And it's inside, but it's up. 2-1.
She's wanting that waist high inside.
And, you know, left-handers, you don't want to throw them in and down because they'll yank that thing down the right field line. Here comes that pitch, and it was inside, and Stamper unable to get to it.
And she tried to go the other way, too, if you noticed her bat swing.
I think she was thinking in mid-flight of what she wanted to do on that one. Now she has to protect the plate 1-2. Yeary with a pitch, and that's hit down the right field line and over top of the head.
All the way to the fence.
Nicely is going to score. Cook is turning and coming to score, and Stamper will go all the way to the third with a triple and 2 RBIs.
She just missed the wall, hit on the warning track there, the gravels, man. And she was probably 5 or 6 feet from putting that one on out in right field.
You know, I talked about yanking it, and she did. And Blair in that sun field misjudged it and went over her head. And that was a ball. And 1-0 on Addison Collier, who has reached base twice, one on a field and error, one on a base hit, and she hits it into left field. Stamper going to tag, and she'll come home, and she'll be safe, and that'll be a sacrifice fly for Addison Collier and a RBI. And that will make it 9-0. And that'll be 2 outs as Kaylee Bentley will come up, 2 of 2, a double and a single so far. And there she hits it into the gap. Nice run and I was thinking she caught it.
She dropped it. But
I think she thought she had it too.
I agree. I thought she did too.
So that's going to be an E7. That ball hit right there, and you know, I thought Sandlin had the ball. So that will bring up Kelsey Bentley, who's reached on a fielder's choice and flew out to left field. And that ball's going to get away, and Bentley's going to go on down to second with a pass ball. And with Bentley, you have to be careful with her because she can hit it out anywhere. And that ball is going to be up, and that's going to be ball 2. Geary trying to get out of this inning with no more damage at 9-0 here. And that's going to be line shot down the left field line, 2-1.
Really turned on that one, trying to drive it through. Umpire better be on guard.
And she popped it straight up, and Centers will not get to it. It's going to be a foul ball, not a fair ball, and that will run the count to 2-2. And anytime you hit that ball like that, David, up in the air, it's got backspin on it. and it will start out right over top of home plate, and it'll spin its way back. So it's a tough play.
It's hard to judge.
Catcher.
Yeah,
really hard to judge. 2-2, and Bentley now with the next opportunity grounds the ball to short, comes up with a throw, and that will end the inning on the 6-3.
Yep, 3 more runs, 9-0 their score. We played 3, top of the 4th coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back to Letcher Central right after this.
Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community. TVS Mobile is here. Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust. Powered by the nation's most reliable network, TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
Top of the 4th as we get ready to go here on this Monday evening. High school softball right here on Hometown 24. And can you believe school is almost out, man, Blair?
Not for Letcher County School. But you can't do anything about it, David. Can't the weather or any kind of other thing, flu, you just
it
you
happens.
just can't
It
do
happens.
it. Weather.
Yeah, most of the schools in the area will be out near the end of May.
Yeah.
Now, Letcher had the water
June 9th.
problem.
Yeah, had the water
and
problem. Yep.
That, probably put them a distance.
We could blame it on Brian Johnson, but
I think you should. You know, he could have fixed that. You know,
he tried to.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I'm not sure exactly. That was, I guess, a ball.
I think that was a ball, and that one should be a strike. It should be 1-1.
Okay. I thought they may have been. Coach Perkins may have been asking for if they win or not on that one. Blair struck out in the first inning. And that's going to be a bunt to Stamper. Stamper will backflip it, and that will be a 1-3 out, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Stamper not using no glove, just going down with the hand, and it give her the correct amount of time to get the job done.
McAlarnance will step in. She struck out to end the first inning. McAlarnance, the 8th grader. And there's the pitch, and it's going to be strike 1.
McAlarnance, a good athlete, and like you mentioned, she's a young kid yet, so.
And still growing.
Yeah.
And that's going to be outside. I think if there was marbles being played at Knott Central, that she would.
Oh, yeah. She comes from an athletic family. Her brother, baseball, and her sister, basketball at
Softball.
college.
Yep. She can play both of them, and she's going to swing through that high pitch, and that'll make it 1 and 2. Got to put the ball in play, and easier said than done when you're in the press box.
It is.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's going to be a strikeout, and that'll be 2 down. And
that's one of those pitches at the letter that you go ahead and try to be aggressive with.
That's 9 strikeouts on the evening for Scarlett Stamper. And in will come Bailey Sloan, who is the only Patriot to reach base. She walked in the opening of the second inning. Once again, tomorrow night, will be doing the volleyball game between these same two schools.
Knott and Letcher. Wednesday night we'll have Hazard and Knott in baseball. So
should be a good affair
yeah,
there as well.
Should be a good game, you know. Coach Dean probably sent us a bag of popcorn over maybe in the water. You know who likes popcorn out of there.
Yeah, I don't who.
And during basketball season, Manus Blair always goes and gets the popcorn.
But a nice facility now down at Hazard. The baseball and softball fields have been renovated, and that's great for the kids of Knott County Central get to play down there. Knott County Central.
Oh, got a nice
their
facility.
Field. So everybody upgrading their fields, and that's great for their players and their communities. And once again, Sloan is going to work that walk and give Knott County Central a base runner as Sandlin will come up, who struck out in her first attempt, trying to get something going against Stamper, and she'll swing through the rise ball.
Stamper's probably got enough strength and speed and ability, maybe play at the next level at this game.
She is definitely going to play at the next level.
That's right at the corner. Got to count that.
Yep, and that's going to be 0-2. And now Sandlin in the hole against Stamper. Stamper will toe the rubber, and here comes the 0-2 pitch, and she will make it her 10th strikeout of the evening, and that will be 3 outs for Knott County Central.
Bottom of the 4th when we come back. Stay with us on this Monday afternoon, or getting near the evening, so we'll take a break and be right back. Stay with us. It's Hometown 24 Sports.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets, Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Welcome back as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th here, as Cougars will be back in the display when we come. Good to see everyone, and always friendly, and that makes it nice.
Always does. 5, 6, and 7 for the Cougars. Katie Combs will lead off. Katie with a single and a fielder's choice. Batting .333. Yuri trying to shut down the Lady Cougars and get the Lady Pats back into the batter's box. We'll see what she can do. First pitch is going to be strike 1 called.
That pitch looked like it had a little movement on it, Manus.
Yeah, and I think it was a little bit of that same pitch right there, and it's going to be a little bit up, and that's going to be 1-1. Of course, the regional softball tournament will be held at Breathitt County High School, and
the Bobcats,
the little lady cats down there, the Bobcats, and that's going to be inside, and that'll be 2-1. The baseball regional will be held at Powell County High School.
Now that's a pretty good drive from up here.
Yep. And that's going to be ball as well, and that'll be 3-1.
And, you know, next season in basketball, when we get ready for the tournament, the following March coming up here, and I think the boys is at Purry and the girls is at Powell. So we'll get ahead of that a little bit, talk about it.
Nice base hit by Combs. She hits it between the 5-6 gap for her second base hit.
You know, football's not far off, man.
I'm trying to take a break here, David.
I'm kind of looking forward to that this year. Interested to see some of our teams in the area here, how they, all the teams lost some players.
I mentioned the other night about the difference in Richardson will swing through it and foul tip it, and Combs will have to go back. Richardson 0 for 2 on the evening, but I gave the new 2027 28 alignments the other night during the volleyball.
Has it switched much in our region, the alignments?
It has some. And Richardson hits it to left field, and Sandlin will make the catch for the first out of the evening. Combs will retreat and go back to first.
Salmons with a good catch there.
I think yes, I do. I've got the draft alignment right here.
Okay.
And I circled all the teams in our coverage area, and Hatton bunts it, and it comes back up and hits her bat twice, and that's going to be a foul ball. If it would have been in fair turf. So force out at second. And Combs is going to be sent home. Hatton's going to run all the way to third, and she's going to be in with a triple. So she's going to have the triple and RBI, and that will make it 10-0.
Nice piece of hitting there, right in the gap over at right, between right and center, and ends up with that triple, as you mentioned, Manus. Looking at this alignment, East Ridge, Hazard, Phelps, and Pikeville. Region 7 in Class A. Class 2A, Breathitt County, McGoffin, Martin, and
Region A. We'll hit it to the shortstop, and that will be 6-3 as she will get the RBI with second out as Hatton will come home, making it 11-0. RBI for Nicely, and that will bring up Cook. And Cook has reached both times with 2 base hits. And now nobody on, and trying to get that final out are the Lady Pats. Teams.
Bell County, Clay County, Knox Central,
straight up,
Letcher Central, Purry Central,
and that's going to be a
Rockcastle
foul ball, and Erie drops it. And in that situation, it's not based on where she's standing, but where the ball would come down. And Johnson looking right down the line and ruled it foul, so that'll be strike 1 on Cook.
Looks like Leslie and Knott will be in the same Region 8 with Belfry, Pike Central, and Shelby Valley.
And that can change. And that's down the line, and that's going to be a base hit, and 3 for 3 will be Cook. And she's going to go for 2, and she'll be in there with a double. So Cook 3 of 3 on the evening, and her batting average is going to rise rapidly. And that will bring up Stamper, who has reached all 3 times, has 3 RBIs, 2 of 2 with a walk as well. Scored 3 runs. And right back up the middle, and she'll have a base hit, and in will come Cook. Long throw by McLaurin, you can see the arm she has. And on the throw, Stamper will go down to second base. So RBI for Stamper. And that will bring up Collier, who is 1 for 2, has a sacrifice fly, scored a run, and has an RBI. That pitch is going to be up. So, David, that can change all through May 4th on the football.
Yeah.
some may move up and some may ask to move into a different district, and that's a shot into right field, and that's going to go to the wall, and in will come Stamper, and Collier's going to turn and go to third. There comes the throw, and she is going to be out. And so that was a good throw, and Collier was going to be ruled with a double and the third out of the inning.
Top of the fifth. When we come back, it'll be Knott County in the batter's box. Stay with us. Hometown 24.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606-785-3450.
Brain health affects how we think, learn, and live. When it is ignored, the impact spreads into our classes, our friendships, and even our stability. It affects our families, communities, and even our ability to afford basic needs. But prevention can stop the chain. Sleep, hydration, movement, connection, and asking for help can protect our minds.
Welcome back as we're at the top of the field here at Letcher County Central. Cougars on their way to another win here unless something changes. Patriots not been able to hit Stamper, Manus, in this softball game. They've struggled.
And, that's not the only team this year.
Yeah, I know.
When you've got a 0.97 ERA.
You usually have a pretty good way with it.
And everybody has an off night.
Yes, they do.
And we've seen that in any sport. But tonight, Stamper has really been on. She's thrown strikes, and it's going to be ball number one. It's 6-7-8 for the Lady Pats trying to stay in here. Bella Hammond, who struck out in the second inning, is up. And that's going to be strike one, 1-1. And that's going to be up, and it's going to be 2-1.
That's the pitch. That's right.
Very hard. And that's going to be strike number 2. So it's going to be 2-2. Nobody out. And that's right directly behind us. So right on it was Hammond.
I would imagine the softball and baseball districts will get on their way, Manus, about end of next month.
Yep. And right around the corner is the Hammond will swing through for the first out.
Usually Memorial Day we have first round.
Yeah. They starting a few times on and get those 4 games in. And Centers will swing through that. Struck out in the second inning.
We've been lucky so far with the rain this season. So
it's been tremendous weather for playing the outside sports. The Centers will swing through it. And now with Knott Central having turf in baseball, and that makes it a little bit easier if you do have rain or whatever. Instead of tarping the field, you don't necessarily have to do it foul down the right field line, and that's going to drop. And
Coach Whitman and I were there and last week for the Belfry game, Manus, and I have to say I was very impressed with their field. It was very nice.
And that's you got to give Knott County Central administration, their board, kudos for allowing
absolutely.
And that's going to be a shot, and that's going to be a foul ball as Collier was unable to get to it. Thought Centers may have had the base hit there, but it was turning foul as Collier went to backhand it. And my cousin Brandy Collins is.
Yeah.
How you doing, Brandy? Thank you for tuning in. Or Will. It may be Will instead of Brandy, or maybe both. Also, Autumn Wampler.
Yeah, I was watching.
Autumn
is Autumn
pretty good softball player.
Is she from this area?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Pretty good softball player. Midway College now.
Well, Autumn Manus is bragging on you, so I guess it is what it is.
2-2. One out. Center's battling in there. Probably seen more pitches against Stamper than probably anybody other than Sloan, and it will swing through it, and that's going to be a 12th strikeout for Centers. And that will bring up Abby Gentry, who was called out on strikes in the third inning. And as I look, it is Haley Olinger that will be pinch hitting. She's an 8th grader, played basketball for Knott County Central. And you talk about a softball, baseball family, the Olingers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Haley stepping in there. And that's going to be outside. 1-1 on Olinger. Olinger batting .222 on the season. Swung through that. Good bat speed.
Yeah, I like the cut there. She,
she's definitely
nice
up there
form.
getting.
Yeah.
It's called a pinch hitter. So she's up there to hit the balls. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be called strike 3. And that is probably going to end the game yes, that's going to end it.
Yeah. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll close out here at Letcher Central on a softball Monday. We'll be back right after this on Hometown 24.
Introducing Multiview from TVS. The same video service you already know and trust. Now watch up to 4 programs at the same time, including college sports.
He jackhammered it in on the fly.
With an easy-to-understand menu, Multiview is just a click away. Don't miss a second of the action, no matter when it's happening. Video when you want it, how you want it. From TVS.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Welcome back. As our game's completed here on Monday, I want to remind everyone tomorrow will be Letcher Central and Knott County Central in volleyball, and Manus Blair will be right there, and his good buddy
Mark Young will be with us.
Mark Young will be with you, and on Wednesday night we'll have baseball again down at Hazard. It'll be Knott Central. Coach Whitman and I will be at that one to mainly finish out the week as we're moving right along, Manus, but good win tonight for Letcher Central. They was hitting the ball well, hit the gaps, and pitching from Stamper was special tonight.
Yeah,
she played well.
They had 13 hits, 13 runs, left 4 on base. Of course, Knott County Central having to go through Scarlett Stamper with those 13 strikeouts, no hits. They had 2 walks, 2 runners left on base. You know, or Alice Lloyd, I think.
Yeah, Alice Lloyd, College Player of the Game, will be Stamper. Yeah,
and of course at the bat she was 3 of 3, and she had 4 RBIs. So an excellent outing by Scarlett Stamper for the Letcher County Central Lady Cougars, and of course she will pick up her 10th win as a pitcher this year, and.
She's playing very well.
And Letcher Central is playing very well right now. And, of course, a lot of people had picked them as the preseason number 1, and they're kind of holding up as the year goes along. They're 6-0 in the region. So
absolutely.
They're hoisting up at number 1 right now, and everybody else is trying to knock them off that pedestal.
Trying to catch them. Yep. Man, it's been great to be with you on this Monday, and I'll tune in tomorrow night for volleyball. And it's a lot different when we get the boys playing volleyball, but they're going to get better. They're going to get more fundamental. And I'm telling you, it's a big difference from them and the girls.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some girls teams in this region can play. These boys will get better as they compete and get in it more.
And I've said it several times: is you just can't just walk in.
No, you cannot.
And play on a very, very, very high level. And it's not anything that competitor-wise.
Yeah.
The boys volleyball is very competitive individually and team and coaches. And you can tell by watching them that they really want to win it. So
absolutely.
Tune us in tomorrow night.
Yep, Cougars win it. So have a good evening, everyone. From Manus Blair, I'm David Adams and all the hometown crew. Good night from Letcher County Central High School. We will see you soon.